Hey people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching it. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to try an experiment on our water wheel with spring perpetual motion idea. You've seen videos, I'll show you a video of what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's what we're going to do today. Hey there guys. So a lot of you have seen my videos before about how I'm trying to build this Waterwheel generator to produce power to go up and feed into our solar system to help charge the batteries at night. Well, as you've watched our videos, you know that I can't get enough RPMs out of that water wheel to make enough power excuse me, make enough power for that generator to spin fast enough to make enough wattage. I can make voltage, but I can't make enough wattage. And we've tried the factory stator, we've tried the 18 pole stator, and we've tried the 9 pole stator. Just, you know, as you go, it just gets slower and slower. You put a load on it, and it just slows the water wheel down to a creep, and that rotations go down to about 170 or something like that a minute, which is nowhere near what we need. So anyway, I was looking around YouTube and I found this guy that has this machine that they built as driven by springs. I thought, I wonder if I could put that idea on the water wheel to help create more and more, power. Because the idea here is he spins this. I think that's obviously in slow motion, sped up. Maybe, I don't know. So anyway, that's the idea, is it would just basically, those springs would push and pull, push and pull, push and pull. So we built it. It is a temp thing because I don't have a welder to get down there by the pond. So anyway, here's our video on it. Thanks for watching, guys. Give us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button for more stuff like this. Thanks. Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to do a little experiment today. As you can see here, what I might be thinking about doing, and what I'm going to do the experiment, we'll get this ready and do a little converting a little test. First off, got it running with no springs. We're going to hook springs up to these things, one on each side, and see if it actually helps spin this thing better. So right now we're getting about 300. We got our wheel here. So let's see what we got for a speed. About 280 is what that stator, washing machine stator is running at right now. Let's kill the water on it, hook up those springs, and see if it actually helps at all. Okay, so you can see we now have springs hooked up. This side is the farthest away from our contraption here. So the spring is at tension here. On the other side, it's less. There's no restriction at all, hardly. So as it spins, I think they'll just cancel each other out, but we'll see. And just so you know, here's about the flow of our stream, of our creek right now. It's not a lot, but it's enough to move this thing. So let's go put some water in the trough, see what we got. Okay, put the water down in the trough. Show you what kind of flow we have out of this 4-inch pipe. About half, a little bit less than half. Let's go see what she does. Get our little meter reader. You can see one spring pulling it back. The other side now will be pulling back. The side's retracting. Pulling back. It looks like it's probably about a 2.5, 3-inch throw that it's doing there. I bet it's slowing it down, actually. Here's our trusty tester. Ooh, and it fell down. Yeah, it's slowed it down. Slowed it down by about 50 RPMs a minute. Let's hook up another spring, see what it does. Okay, we now have 2 springs on it, on both sides. I bet it slows down even more because that's just more tension that it's trying to move. One spring not really, I mean, they're just working against each other, I would think. Let's put some water on it and find out. Okay, so now we just had a lot more tension on these springs. That one over there is buckling and binding. But I'm pretty sure we slowed down dramatically. Yeah, we did. Another 30 to 40 RPMs per minute. So I would say the spring idea with only 2 is in no way you can do that because they're just canceling each other out. With 2 points of reference, what I'm talking about, not 2 springs. Take those springs back off, turn the water off. We'll take those off. We'll go back and see how fast it was. It's actually moving. The others cancel each other out. But if you have more of a cam like in a car with multiple directions for pulling springs, like maybe 4 to where, I don't know. I think they'd still just cancel each other out. I don't know. Let's go turn the water off and take those off. And then we'll turn the water back on. All right, no springs no more. Now we're just straight water wheel. Yeah, we're close to, yeah, it's definitely 80 rotations per minute at least, faster than with the springs. Yeah, I call the perpetual motion spring-loaded motor BS. Anyway, guys, fun experiment. I never was much of a science guy, but I'm kind of getting into this. Have a good day. And by the way, this is actually hooked up. It's under load right now. It's going up into a solar charge controller tied in with the solar system. And you can see there's not much sun out today. But it's tied in right now, hooked up to the batteries. And without those springs, right now it's probably producing maybe 25 watts is all. I can't get that stator to spin fast enough. No matter what I do with gear ratio, wheel might spin faster, but it slows down, blah, blah, blah. About 320, 340 is about the max I can get out of this setup, with no matter what ratio I do down here. Anyway, guys, like I said, it is hooked up to the solar system. It ain't producing much. And I mean, it's producing something, but it ain't much. Have a good day. Hey guys, so after watching the playback of this, the 80 rotations per minute I thought I was seeing, it's probably actually about 30. It slowed down, one spring slowed it down probably 20 or 30 RPMs per minute. Putting 2 springs on it was too much tension on my little bars and the hose clamps. It just didn't hold. It was clinking and they were moving. So that wasn't a good reading. But they didn't move with 1 spring on there. But the 1 spring did slow it down, I think. And it basically, maybe my springs weren't exactly where they were supposed to be for, 180 degrees apart. But I think it definitely is not going to help. I think the spring-loaded perpetual motor is not a thing. I think that's false. That video of that guy that I showed you, I don't know how he did it. It looks like it was sped up by the looks of his cam, or not his cam, his flywheel that was on there. You could see it kind of doing a different little jump. Anyways, how that might have been sped up or pieced together, I don't know. Maybe if you had one that had multiple cam locations from multiple springs, to shoot off in different directions at different times, pushing and pulling, maybe an odd and even amount of springs matter, but I think they would all just cancel each other out. As you're pulling one up, as one's extending and the other one's retracting, you would think they'd just basically cancel each other out, tension-wise. Anyway, guys, that's the end of our video. Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. You can also look at our playlist and see how we built the water wheel, how we installed our own solar system. Our solar system is a hybrid solar system, 18,000 watts, 18,000 watts of solar panels. And it's basically been running for a year. Works great. Wish I had more batteries, but other than that, works great. Anyway, guys, have a good day. Thanks. Bye.